Hayas and higher healing vibrations. Let's raise our vibrations up, and therefore it raises vibrations all around the world. Today, let's go ahead and read our affirmations for the inner child for June 1st. It is June 1st, and because it's June 1st, the beginning of a new month, I am using the OG deck, the original tarot deck with us today, okay? Order. It's all about order. I am making order out of chaos. I honor the art of living freely. Each day becomes a work of art that I create with spontaneity, flexibility, and structure. Creating structure in my life is important. I need a solid foundation from which to grow. My addictive family did not provide me with the consistent structure that helped me feel safe in this world. Rules kept changing, promises were broken, and there was nothing to depend on. Unless there is some order or structure in my life, I will not feel safe or secure. A child cannot feel free or spontaneous on a jungle gym that's broken. Today, I will comfort my inner child by making life manageable. If I need structure in my life, I will ask advice from a trusted friend or a sponsor. Perhaps I will attend 12-step meetings, a therapy group, or participate in a program of study or exercise. I am committed to making order out of chaos in my life. Being committed to making order out of chaos in your life. I do want to point out that as an adult, as we do become an adult, it is completely up to us. We do have the free will to live the life that we would like. The majority of us have the opportunity to really decide how we want to live, how we feel when we do certain things that we were raised to do, that as a child, didn't feel comforting, didn't feel okay, didn't feel as if it was the way it was meant to be. All right. Even though it may have been the way that it was meant to be, this is important that while you make order out of chaos, while you find structure in your life, that you also are healing on your healing journey of healing any wounds of resentment, any wounds that you have toward your guardians that raised you. They really probably didn't have the easiest life either, regardless of how they had their life. They are your guardian and they did what they could. Now, that is if they were just living kind of like naive, if they didn't really know any better, if that's how they were raised and so they raised you the same. And this is all general, okay? So it just depends on how you lived. Clearly, if you were in an abusive life or structure, there's completely different stories to go with this. But in essence, we all still have, once we reach a certain age limit, we have the ability to go on our own and then create the life that we want. Is it easy? No. But nothing worth, there's a phrase about like nothing worth living for comes easy or something like that. But making order out of chaos. Maybe you didn't even realize your life was chaotic or you lacked structure. And this is really bringing awareness to you. And that is a good thing. That's really good if that's happening. Let's go ahead and pull and see what other addition we can add to this structure. Letting go of chaos, not having chaos in our lives, knowing what step to take. As was mentioned by the author, she's going to a 12-step program or going to call upon a friend or seek some support and guidance somewhere else in order to help her with the situation of difficulty, struggling with the chaos. It takes time and patience and also trusting the process in order for the healing to come that is placed upon you at an early age for your healing path and your journey to happen. Maybe you've never really realized structure is something that you've struggled with, and or why you struggled with it. What was the reason? You know, not having that, not being able to trust your environment of where you lived could also be significant for you. And it is important to have that compassion, that full heart space, like our little turtle here with the heart, to be able, you know, forgiveness naturally comes when we heal something. It's not to say we don't ever have to heal. It's just to say that it is an automatic process that comes. We can say that we forgive someone, but it automatically comes through healing, through the healing process. Life purpose. I think we had this recently. Life purpose. This is showing that you are a vessel. Okay, one thing is for sure. This is trying to let you know of death and rebirth and reincarnation and cycle of life, and how, you know, you came to planet Earth for a reason. You were brought here for a mission. Your brain, kind of like Men in Black shows, if you've ever watched those, your brain was wiped out before you got here. And it's all up to you to really gain that clarity. And a lot of that is going inward, you know, being that hermit and committing to touching your inner child, getting in tune with your higher self, and just having the inner knowing, trusting yourself, trusting your guidance above all else. Life purpose. You came here for a life purpose, and finding out what that is going to really help you tremendously on this path, on your healing journey at this time. We have temperance. Temperance here. How is your temper? Is it balanced? Are you patient? Are you able to be patient with yourself? Because you first must master patience with yourself in order to have patience with others. Anything that you look at externally as you wish you treated someone better, this is probably something that is deep, deep, deep within inside yourself, of where it must happen for you first. You must treat yourself these ways. If you're always externally doing things for others and being caring, considerate, and compassion to others, but lacking it for yourself, that is not going to really fulfill your heart space or your mind, or align your body inside to where you can live a beautiful conscious life. You know, it's just not going to happen for you. So it's important for you to really have this is you learning your life purpose, and you do this by by getting in tune with yourself, going inward. And temperance is showing here spiritual growth, sharing. This is balancing the cup and sharing from one cup to another. Unity, togetherness, knowing that we're all individual. We have our individualism, but we're also all one. We're all connected. All of us are connected. And it's important to know this, because this is going to help you with duality, with polarity, with opposites, with light and dark, you know, being enlightened and having really heavy, dense, egotistical energy, narcissism, things that pessimistic, being, you know, when you're stuck in a rut. We all have highs and lows. You have highs and lows too. So the temperance card is beautiful. It's also number 14, which could be significant for you. Perhaps in 14 days, this is going to really come to you through meditation. I do recommend, if it's your birthday, you check out the birthday reading today. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button so that you can get notifications. I do pull angel numbers every day and animal spirit cards every day. So these may be ways that spirit is trying to connect to you, or an ancestor, or archangel, ascended master, source, God, creator, universe, higher power, whatever you would like to call, whatever feels best and comfortable and most good in your heart for you. Then we have this King of Pentacles energy. So we move from the temperance, from the balance, from the patience, onto worldly success. Worldly success, and here you are, you have an abundance in your masculine energy. So you've been able to really draw in your masculine energy. Maybe you've been by the sun more. Being in the sun can give you your power, your creativity, and really help you grow. Then we move on to the Page of Swords. You're ready. You're ready for what's next. You're ready to use this sword. And this means you're ready for your mind and your ideas to come into fruition. You're still maturing. You're almost to that mature level point. But this is you being ready to move on, to move forward, forward momentum. Your one foot's not even on the ground here. And you're looking. You're aware. And your mind is very clear in this card. You're actually looking over at the King. The Temperance is looking straight forward, whereas the King energy is looking down at his money. He's looking down, but I think that I think he's looking down, being honoring this. You allow your feelings to feel whatever you may feel at this time, but it's not by chance that the King comes in play as far as dealing with chaos and not having structure. Kings have structure. They are a leader. People come to them, citizens come to them to ask for advice and to lead. So this is showing that structure is necessary in your life. So if you're feeling chaotic, it is part of your life purpose, is gaining that structure and that balance, you know, expanding, having growth and optimism, really being happy, you know, higher education, learning how. So you're going to reach this higher education here, and it's going to bring you to the King of Pentacles, which is really going to help you succeed, not just in your personal life, but in your success of your career. I see that as well. And then you're going to have the opportunity with this Page of Swords to prove it, to prove your mental clarity, to prove that you can have order and structure in your life. This is the message I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Please be sure to subscribe and check out the angel number today, the animal spirit, and your birthday, if it's your birthday. I do a birthday reading every day, and I do these readings every day too. So if you're still working with your inner child, you never know what will come out of the book. I always read what happens in the book first, and then we pull some cards to go in depth more with it. Okay? Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.